Hey everyone, it's your fearless leader. I'm the JJJJ coming at you from my living room. As you all know, I host Thursday through Sunday, and I talk about a range of topics from usually stuff that's on my mind and on my heart, and stuff that I've kind of learned from other sources, and stuff that I've learned from myself and my walk and my rolling and just my everyday life. So I wanted to share another one of those little tidbits with you, and hope you enjoy listening. And I'm gonna just pull up my notes, and because of the nature of this topic, I wrote it all down scripted, so that I got everything that I needed to off my chest, so that I can answer all your questions if they come in the form of comments down below in my videos. I can definitely answer them. It was more of a brain dump of everything that I think you guys should be aware of, and everything that is going on in my head, and just my personal journey, and some apologies to people that I know I've betrayed, and some people that I know I've hurt, and I wish all the best for. But with all that said, let's get into it. And because I'm larger than a vat, I'm going to enlarge this so that I can read it in confidence and knowing what I'm saying. And just keep in mind, this is not the opinions of everyone that has this disorder. These are just my opinions and my views and my feelings towards it. So if you know anybody with the topic that I'm going to talk about, just don't blame them for stuff that I'm going to say. So with all that said, again, let's jump in and take a deep breath, because this is going to be a lot. Okay, so BPD is a very taboo topic, because people think that, or most people think that we are just attention seeking and that we need validation. Know that the validation piece is true for me anyway. Like, I do need validation that you're not going anywhere. I do need that security and knowing that helps me cope. But for most people, that is not true. Well, actually it is true, but some people handle it in different ways, and it's all on a case-by-case basis, so and we're not trying to seek attention. We are just trying to navigate through the traumas, the hands we've been dealt, because if you don't know anything about BPD, it usually can come after a traumatic event. So it can come after abuse, physical and or mental. It can come through war. It can come, and it's different than PTSD, which you can get through war, but PTSD and BPD, borderline personality disorder, are completely different and separate, but they also have interwoven threads. They have similar characteristics, and so usually if you have one, you have the other, because you have that trauma foundation that built all that up. And so your way of coping with it is extreme emotions, which is the main characteristic of BPD, is emotional regulation. So usually a person with BPD has trouble turning off that valve or lessening that emotion that is coming out. And my theory is, if you have a great support system, if you have people that understand these things that you're dealing with, and understand that it's not you, it's an out-of-body thing, it's not you that's yelling at them, it's your internal little child that went through the trauma coming out. It's not however old you are. It's however old you were when that trauma happened. So I would recommend to all you caregivers, all you supporters of loved ones, I would recommend just to put the shoe on the other foot and kind of not give us slack, but give us some grace when we explode. Like, after we explode, let us know what happened, and then we can kind of sit down and work through our emotions and work through the best way to navigate the emotions and navigate the regulation process. The best way to do this is to have a therapist. The best way to do this is to have professionals, because your loved ones are not the professional ones. Your loved ones are just there on the outside, wondering what they did wrong and what they did to deserve this. And they didn't do anything. It was just the way that your trauma manifested. It was the way that your trauma came through. Nobody has the right trauma response. Nobody can tell you how to process trauma. Nobody can tell you that the way you process trauma is wrong, because it's an individual basis. And I just want to let the caregivers out there know that it's a one-to-one thing. It's a lot of self-work and a lot of self-discovery and making amends in the future, and it's a lot of work to lead a normal life, and it's possible. Trust me, it really is. But the stigma behind it is so much blown out of proportion. Like, that we're drama queens, and we just, like I said before, we want attention. And if you know anything about me as a person, that is not it. I think I'm the most down to earth, most loving, kind-hearted person. And to slap a label on it, just like if somebody were to slap a label on, like, oh, you're also gay and you're also in a wheelchair, which are the two other things that I am. And I'm actually pan, I'm not gay. But to slap a label on it like that is not what we want the general population to see. What we want them to see, well, what at least I want them to see is that what I want you guys to see is that we are trying to work on ourselves, and we are trying to work on how we are, but you have to be super patient and super understanding and just love us through it. It's gonna be the hardest thing you've ever done, and I commend anyone that's ever done it. But it's not easy. But if you really do love the person, please don't use their BPD against them. Please don't use their diagnosis or their sexuality against them. just don't use anything against them. If you truly, truly love them and you truly care about them, you will either A, walk away, or B, try to stick it out, or C, just not even try to stick it out, just love them as a friend and love them unconditionally no matter what. And that's all I can ask for. That's all I can say. That's all I can say to do. Because I'm new to the borderline personality community. I just got diagnosed this past month, so I'm not really averse in how it is year after year, because I just got diagnosed, but I kind of already had a gut feeling and an inclination that I had it, and I wrecked a lot of hearts and I wrecked a lot of futures because of it, and I am sorry truly to the people that I did hurt, and I'm sorry that it didn't work out the way that we planned, and I'm sorry that we are choosing to be apart from each other and not communicate. I am truly sorry, but I can't think of another way to communicate, because I'm just trying to figure my footing out and figure out how to navigate this beast. And I know the people that I've let down have a lot more on their plate than just me, so I want to respect that, and I want to commend them for the time that they did spend with me, and I did cherish that, and I do wish them the best in their future, and I want to just make borderline personality normalized, make it so that we're not scared to say, oh, I have borderline personality, and then get people looking at you like you have 3 heads. Because if you think about it, it's just an overwhelm of emotions from childhood that you never got to process. So maybe if you process them, it will get easier. I'm saying maybe. I'm not saying for sure. I'm not saying it's a heal-all, be-all. But I'm saying if you get the right things in place and the right people surrounding you and the right environment to be in, then, and also the right mindset, because if you can't be in the right environment, at least your head is a safe space to go to. So yeah, I know I rambled on a little bit today, but I think I got a lot of the points across. And knowing that you have this diagnosis is like, this is like my analogy, like it's like the yellow brick road has been laid out for you. At least you may not know where your emotions are coming from, but you have a path to follow to Oz, where you can, and Oz is what I call treatment. At least you have a place where you can heal and where you can build yourself up and have strategies and communicate them to your future partners or your family members or whoever you're with, so that they know it's not their fault. Even though some of them may have done the trauma, it's not their fault now. And you're just trying to heal from that. And you're trying to understand the inner workings of being your true self. And just know that you're not in limbo anymore. You have a straight path to go to. And you may have a bunch of twists and turns, but you will get there, and you will get there healthily, and you will get there like a warrior. You will get there with a little bumps and bruises, but you will get there, and you will be stronger for it, and you will have the life that you've always wanted to lead, and you will have people beside you that believe in you and that will be hand in hand with you on your journey throughout your entire life. I think I'm going to do my outro, but I hope you guys liked what I had to say. I hope you guys got some value out of it, and I will chat with you guys soon. And I want to shout out my friend Minnie Minchino. She does a vlog type gamer show. It's called Minicast, and she talks about life just like I do, but she puts a little bit more gaming content into it, and a little more talking, a little less talking based, a little more action based. So you will get a lot of value and also get a lot of entertainment from what she has to offer. So tell her that Minnie Minchino, or tell her that MJ sent you, and tell Minnie Minchino I say hi. So on that note, your fearless leader is now out.